What's going on, Donkey Kong? We're back with another episode recap of ReZero, episode 56, or you could say episode. What episode is this? Episode 6, season 3? This is episode 6, right? Yeah, this is episode 6. What kind of recap reviewer am I? I don't even know the episode number. It is episode 56 as well. Let's see what we're gonna get into. When we left off, it was kind of a cliffhanger. Subaru didn't die yet. I felt like he would die at that point. Oh, is he gonna die in this episode? Well, I already know he's not. But let's just get into it. We start off the episode with Emilia basically getting the rundown of what happened. It's kind of like getting a rundown for the watcher as well. I was gonna say reader. I'm so used to manga. There's sin archbishops in the city. And Emilia's just kind of learning right now that she's the silver-haired girl that's gonna get married. I'm just, how did you not know that? Emilia's not dumb. She is a bit dumb. She is pretty young because she was trapped in ice for a while. That might have done something to her brain. But yeah, she finds out she's getting married to Regulus. He was even calling his wife and whatnot. You should have put two and two together. Emilia actually probably isn't the brightest. I was gonna say she's not dumb, but think she might actually be a bit dumb. But I'm not here to shit on Subaru's love. She gets a rundown and she finds out Regulus is a sin archbishop as well. But then we go on to what's happening with Subaru. And what's happening with Subaru? Torment and torture. Falling through this kind of void kind of thing. This bunch of noise happening everywhere. There's a dragon fighting some demon beasts. Crazy stuff going on. And looking into it a bit more, basically watching an anime news video, that scene is supposed to represent the curse of the beast that Subaru has, as well as the curse of the dragon that he now has because of Capella sharing her blood with him, duking it out over Subaru basically. But Subaru is able to come too, and who is there to greet him? Another beautiful woman. Subaru's surrounded by all these beautiful women waking him up after tragic events. I guess that's the least he can get. But yeah, this beautiful woman is Priscilla. And we'll come to see that Priscilla's kind of the dog. She's kind of slick with it. She's kind of smooth with it. In this episode is introducing us a lot more to Priscilla, and I like her really. So Subaru has a new leg. In the end of the last episode, I was wondering, is Subaru just going to be without a leg now? Maybe he'll get a prosthetic at some point. But nah, he's just got a new dragon-enhanced curse leg that instantly regenerates. The regeneration is limited right to his leg where it was ripped off, because Priscilla does try and stab him in the neck and see if that heals as well, but it doesn't. And with Liliana there to explain through the power of song, we come to find out that there's this legendary dragon which blessed the Guernica royal family with 3 holy treasures. Actually, we find out the 3 holy treasures part from Priscilla, but in the song, we find out about the amazing healing properties of the blood. So yeah, Subaru has a souped-up, powerful dragon blood leg now. It actually even functions better than his other leg, which I actually have a problem with now at the moment. I've got a bit of a leg muscle imbalance. So I know how you're feeling, Subaru, one leg being stronger than the other. Priscilla gives Subaru a rundown of what's happening. So because he was under the water at the time, he didn't hear the announcement from Capella that she had 3 new demands: the Tome of Wisdom, Artificial Spirit, and the marriage with Emilia. And I can't believe I forgot what the Tome of Wisdom is. It is what the gospel is based out of. I did think that, but I just couldn't remember clearly properly. But yeah, it's the future telling book, essentially. But as we know, they're both destroyed. We do get onto this later on in the episode. Subaru does hypothesize that the archbishops don't know that they've been destroyed, because how would they really? I wonder if they're going to be pissed about that. Or maybe they're like, they can't be destroyed. They just get reconstituted somewhere else or something like that. Maybe Echidna put some special stuff into the books. Then we get a display of power from Priscilla. There are now these demon beasts walking around the city. Subaru was remembering those kind of egg spores that was around the city as well. Maybe that's what they are. That is probably what they are. But Priscilla is able to take out these beasts easily. She's able to use the Yang sword. I'm not sure. I'm sure it's an important sword. I'm not sure if we, the watcher, should know about what it is. She did say that one of the rewards for Subaru was to see the shine of the Yang sword. So I'm guessing it's probably a pretty powerful, renowned sword. And she is the princess. It makes sense she'll have a powerful sword like that. Moving on, we go to a shelter because Priscilla is looking for one of her attendants. And we come to find out that the whole city is under the effect of Raph's authority. And that's insane to me. I thought it would probably be limited to the area like where we first saw her in the town square kind of thing. But it's spanning across the entire city. Maybe as soon as you make contact with her, as soon as it afflicts you, you're already damned. It's always gonna just follow you. But amazingly, Priscilla is able to not be affected by Raph's authority. And neither is Liliana, in fact. Liliana even goes on to sing a song to soothe all the people in the shelters, bubbling emotions. So yeah, from this, I see this as another feat towards Priscilla to be able to keep her mental calmness even in the face of Raph's authority. And there is definitely something special about Liliana as well. There's always going to be something special about this songstress in this Watergate City. Liliana's definitely going to have an important role. She might even be able to whip out some cool attacks at the end or something. The next scene is with Regulus and Emilia, but before we get to the crux of that scene, I want to talk about Regulus and his many wives. So in total, he's had 291 wives. In fact, he says he still has 291 wives, but 53 of them remain alive. So that means this guy doesn't even understand the concept of marriage. It's till death do us part. You don't have 291 wives anymore. He still considers them his wives in the afterlife. This is the arrogance and pompousness of this guy. We get a shot of some of them just slaving away, starting preparations for the wedding. And yeah, this guy most definitely has a type. They all pretty much look the same. I'm pretty sure the anime is having a field day with this. But back to the main point of the scene. Throughout this scene, Regulus is trying to understand why Emilia seems so down. His brain won't let him come to the obvious conclusion that she doesn't want to be there. But eventually Emilia just blames it on exhaustion. And this guy Regulus, when Emilia is leaving, says the person who should have noticed his wife's exhaustion should have been the person closest to her. His other wife, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was 186 or something. And this guy's about to kill her, just like that. Emilia ends up saving him, but we learn the grim reality of what a Regulus wife is. And we probably all could have guessed what a Regulus wife is. It is literally a slave. I wonder if he even gets sexual pleasure out of it. I feel like he probably doesn't even want them for that. It's just to exhibit control over them. That's what he gets off on. Well, actually, he did ask if she was a virgin. So maybe, yeah, that probably does play a part. I was trying to make this guy seem a bit more likable. I don't know why, but yeah, nah, he's probably doing all that kind of stuff. Yeah, nah, fuck Regulus. Subaru, kick his ass. Subaru is finally able to meet up with the others, and we learn of the grim situation that Crush is in. Remember, Capella did drop her dragon blood on Crush's face. Subaru's leg, how fucked up it looks. Imagine that to your face and probably your whole body. Subaru's even advised not to go look at Crush because it would make him only sadder to see the state that this once beautiful person is now in. Back to Emilia, and she's on her espionage sneak tip, but the way she's doing it is kind of out in the open. I'd be scared someone could see me, but who's really looking up at the top of a castle that much? To be honest, I'm the kind of guy that would. That's why it's freaking me out, because I'll definitely be like, well, look, it's a castle. Let's look at all the scenery above. But everyone who's there is probably used to the castle, not looking up too much. But she is kind of wide out in the open, but she is doing a little sneaky thing. Maybe she isn't so dumb. Maybe she's a little dumb for being out in the open, though. Emilia is able to eavesdrop on Regulus's conversation with Lust. He's berating her for opening the Watergate and making Emilia upset. But we come to find out that it wasn't Lust who opened the Watergate. So we have a new mystery on our hands. Who would have done this to the city? We also get to learn that Lust is in the opposite tower to Regulus. So Emilia's out here doing that espionage shit. She's getting some crucial intel for Subaru and the gang. She's doing her work, even though she might be dumb. Back to Subaru, Anastasia, and Julia. Subaru is letting them in on the information that he has on the Tome of Wisdom and the fact that Beatrice is an artificial spirit. I'm surprised that Julius didn't know straight away from looking at her. He did recognize her as a great spirit. I guess just not an artificial spirit. That's how good of a work Echidna did. She replicated a spirit so good that the greatest spirit mage couldn't tell the difference from a real spirit and an artificial one. Well done, Echidna. This is where Subaru also gives the information that both tomes of wisdom have been destroyed. Maybe there's a third one. Maybe Echidna had one for herself. You never know. And I believe Capella did say it was brought into the city. Maybe the person who opened the water gate is the one who has another tome of wisdom. Maybe it's not the tome of wisdom Echidna made. Maybe a different witch made a different tome of wisdom. And this is where Subaru does his hyper monologue. He says he's going to kick Gluttony's ass and get Rem's memories back. And he's going to beat up Sirius because of the unrest she's causing within the city. And that he'll make Capella restore all the people she transformed. And of course, most importantly, he's going to take Emilia back. And that is where the title of the episode comes in, Conditions of the Night. Because he's Emilia's knight, this is what he must do. All without any casualties as well. And I believe him. I believe Subaru can do that. Mainly because he has Return by Death. Now let's get into the preview because something spicy happens. I told you guys, this guy is sus. Emilia is able to sneak into the room Regulus was in. He was conversating on the mirror phone. And when Emilia goes to check out this mirror phone, a call comes in. And who's it from? Al. Is Al against us? I want to think that it's too obvious that Al is against us. I feel like he's playing both sides. He might have always been a part of the witch cult and then got converted by Priscilla or something, because he's even surprised that he got a response. Maybe he's just affiliated with the witches cult. Maybe he wants to find out information on, hey, why are you guys here? Why are you doing this? And maybe if he should leave, I don't know. If he should get Priscilla out or let them know, I'm here. Watch out for my princess and whatnot. Don't trouble us and I won't trouble you. I don't know, maybe, but like I've been saying, Al is sus. And this is not helping the accusation one bit. And that is it for this recap. Thank you for watching if you made it this far, and I will see you later.